Acá estamos con la parte 3, supongo, porque esto va a ser el video del acto... ¿Qué acto estamos? Los capítulo 4, acto 4. Vamos pues. Pero esta vez no se me vaya a la mierda el video, carajo.
Esa es la parte más chévere.
No, pues no es chévere porque se me fue la mierda el otro.
No, digo que esta parte es la más chévere.
Hey, you over there?
No, un borracho.
Mario.
Yeah, you.
No, eso no es Mario.
Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like
No,
Genius
Mario es más
Invocation,
fácil.
TCG?
You TCG players are like mint in the water, literally sprouting up
Tiene que saber
everywhere.
por qué chucha inventa en todos lados.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow invocation aficionados? Anyway, care to join me for a game?
No.
Ah, all right. No
Qué
pressure.
malo.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this? Don't people usually come here to fight?
Whether you're throwing down cards or punches, it's all a competition, isn't it? It's all the same. And there are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you,
No jodas que
I
también tengo que usar
immediately
las
thought,
cartas
sure.
acá.
Great!
Sí, tienes que
Since
pelear
you've
contra él
been
para
here
poder
longer
avanzar
than
la
us,
historia.
you need to flex.
I thought you would have all.
Why
Acá
don't
te
you?
va a horrible.
All right.
Tienes buen mazo, ¿no?
Then, did you know that
Vas a cagar
there are two
entonces.
guys
En
here
un
I
esfuerzo.
never really found? If you're interested.
Good to know.
Oh,
¿Qué
did
tipo
you
de
know?
Momento,
juego
escúchalo.
es la- Tienes que jugar de
That's
facultad.
right. The
Es
Duke
lo
was
que
an
dice.
go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of respect that. A forbidden zone?
Está comentando de las que sabe.
Sounds like something that someone
Dijo
just
que el
made
duque
up.
antes había
I've never
sido
heard of
un
it.
prisionero y
Where
que
did you
pero que
hear
después se
about it?
volvió el duque.
It's just a
Ah, yo
rumor
pensé
we've
que me
been
estaba
hearing,
hablando
but no
huevadas de la-
worries
del
if you've
TCG.
never heard of it. Do you have anything
No.
else you can tell us?
Anything else?
Le preguntaste sobre la
Not that I
zona
can
prohibida
think of.
y
Sí,
But
pues
I'll be
eso
sure
sí,
to tell
ahí
you
sí me
anything
detuve,
interesting
por
I hear next time.
Pues no sabe.
You'll have to play a game of Genius Invocation with me first, though.
Carajo. No quiero jugar.
troleo, pap.
No quiero jugar.
No tienes que jugar contra él. No tienes que jugar contra él.
Ah, ok. Ah, vamos a la cocina.
No voy a decir nada.
Es que esta es la cocina, ¿no?
There are some people talking over there. Let's listen in on the conversation.
Pero ahí viene. De momento.
A ver, nos dieron una tentación adeptus.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats. Do any of them give half a hoot about a bunch of dogs like us?
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no dog.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us.
Pues sí, ¿no?
I've
Son-
heard
son
that even if
prisioneros.
you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the surface ain't any better. Once a criminal, always a criminal. We're marked for life.
I don't buy that.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
What kind of filthy bilgewater are you spewing? I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole with talk
Ah,
like
por eso
that.
está tan enojado,
Listen,
por el-
things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me. Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
un chingo de gente.
And what makes you think they want to hire someone like you?
Sí.
That's one of the great mysteries of the
Estamos
universe.
hablando de
how
cómo se va a
someone
hundir
as
el mundo.
useless as you is so confident.
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld. Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say? That's true.
Bueno, yo también si estuviera preso no estaría muy feliz que digamos.
Bueno, sí, pero tampoco desearía que todo se hundiera y que reiniciáramos
Bueno,
todo.
sí, tampoco no, eso sería muy feliz. No sería más feliz.
Está cagado. Ahí está. Mario.
Mario.
Mario Luigi.
¡Sí, son Mario y Luigi! Claro, bueno,
There's a
Luigi
group
debería
of
ser más
people
flaco
over
y
there.
alto.
Let's go.
Y Mario debería ser gordo.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two? What?
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping.
Ahí está Mario y Luigi.
Sounds like you were
So-
talking about something private.
Bueno, este tío lo conoce al revés, pero sí.
Se miran
what's the
raro.
matter? They're just looking to join in on our fun, that's all.
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Fine. You're lucky we don't mind extroverts that
Estas
much.
son súper extrovertidas porque la hagan todo
You
el
hear
mundo.
that, Quisto? What nice.
Uno
Your
es un chef y el otro es
expressions
un
tell me you're
campero.
looking to hear some juicy info, am I right?
Cuando me pusieron su nombre
But
en
before
signos
that,
de
it just so
interrogación pensé que iban a
happens
llamarse Luigi y Mario.
that I know you two.
No,
Really?
Parecía muy
Are we
chistoso.
that famous?
hubiera sido increíble.
Sí.
You're kidding.
Bueno, le
How
tuvieron
often
la
does
demanda.
anyone get a personal tour led by his
Obvio.
grace himself?
Nintendo te saca la
Practically
mierda.
everyone was talking about it. Word has it that you also caused quite the kerfuffle.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime, unlike some of the others here.
Gracias a
Your
todos.
group?
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People
Lavaroon.
usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't worry.
¿Ves?
We're not playing
¿Ves?
with bombs or anything. It's just that our information is always so explosive, and we blow minds on the regular.
So, you two really like to gossip?
Pues sí.
Whew, you sure know how to embellish.
No. You don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with whom, who has the latest rumors, who's not getting along. Wouldn't you like to know all that? Whoa, all this info's worth something, you know? You should prove you're worthy of it.
Carajo, me van a correr
I
otra
don't
vez.
mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just play nice and say something to massage his ego. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
Right. That meal we had yesterday was super delicious.
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with
Imagínate que
making
lo
those
último que haya
welfare
salido
meals.
fuera la mierda.
I've been working
No,
as
lo
a
último que
kitchen
me salió
assistant
fue
for about a
otro-
month and a
otra
half
pasada
now.
chévere.
Oh, so
Ah, ya,
you're
entonces,
the one who
buenas.
made those delicious steaks.
Si no, Paimon sería
Amazing.
tremenda
You
mentirosa.
could be a professional chef.
You are correct. I am a true professional. In fact, I even went to culinary school. But enough about
Se le
that.
nota, se le nota. ¿Sí o no?
Since you like my
Él
cooking,
se le nota que come.
I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen
Bien
carefully. This little bombshell will help you learn
Ahí lo
what's
puedes agarrar de
really
los
going
lados.
on here in the fortress. Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically dogs to them. You've already
A ver,
met the
diles
one
a
person
Furina.
here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows
En
more
verdad
than
no
you
haría
think.
nada.
And if he doesn't care about something,
se
then
cagan.
he often doesn't bother dealing
Estaría
with it.
triste, se pondría a llorar y ya está.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks, even better treatment in the infirmary.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all.
Ahora que lo
Why
pienso,
does he visit the infirmary practically every day?
¿Qué
Is
piensas?
it
¿Qué
normal for
piensas?
anyone to be
Cuéntanos.
going in and out of there so
pausa,
often?
pausa.
If you ask
Eso
me,
no.
he's just faking it
Momento
to
que
get out of work.
continúe.
Miércoles, su texto.
Ahora que lo pienso, ya que cada como que nación representa un país o alguna región, es irónico que justo Fontaine, que representa a Francia, tenga un arconte que es una cobarde.
María Antonieta, be like.
Es que es como
No,
que...
literal también hicieron referencia a la torta porque nos comimos su torta.
Oh, bye.
Ahora que me doy cuenta,
Es todo encaja.
todo estuvo conectado siempre.
But
Sí.
did you know that Jurier was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute before he
Si al
came
final
here?
Fontaine termina en fuego, va a ser
There's no
tremenda
denying
referencia.
that.
I don't care if he was a researcher.
Bueno,
that could
termina en
turn
agua, lo
dirt into
contrario.
Mora.
Puta
Once
madre,
you're
ya
in
me
the fortress of Meripede, you're just another
No, pero,
inmate
o
like
sea,
everyone
No,
es-
sí,
else.
sí
o sea-
sabía que algo va a pasar ahí.
O sea, lo de la profecía, eso se refiere, eso me refiero. ¿No recuerdas? Que
O sea,
dije
pero
que iba a llenar.
Speaking of which,
Se va-
the
se va a
last time I
quemar todo,
saw him, he
después
was
pongan el
passing
agua.
by the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right? Guess that's just how terrible of a guy he is.
You mean he hit a woman? Wow, I never imagined he was that bad.
¿Veis?
But
Como
that
que
Lord
veis.
Vine's also quite the odd one, you know?
Como
She's
dijo el
always
gallo
gabbing
del
away,
manga
got into a fight
Cazademonios,
with a
a las
man, and
mujeres
she
no se les
also
hace
got
llorar,
sent
se
to
les
the
hace gemir.
infirmary.
¿Qué
Come to
mierda?
think of it, I always
es
see her
un-
going to the sick
Es
bay
un
every couple
manga de
of
un
days
gallo que
too.
caza demonios y es bastante XD.
La
Wait a
mujer
second.
se volvió a
You
hacer
don't
respeto.
think?
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates?
Ah,
but
están
it's
hablando
really hard
de
to
dos tipos que
imagine.
aparecen continuamente por la
After
enfermería.
all, I do remember seeing
Por-
Lord Vine be
en
curious
momentos
to a
similares.
point that one
Y
time.
como que medio susto.
And we might be overthinking things.
Eso es parte de otro misterio también.
Una mujer. Ay, una mujer.
Okay, we've talked to
La
just
mujer
about
que va
everyone,
por
and it's about time for us to go meet Lenny.
Y
According
es
to
hora
the
de
party
encontrar
left
con
us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Iba a decir el no, el mago.
Espérate. Quiero ver. ¿Creo que estará acá?
No, no está.
Sí está.
Está todo vacío.
Dice que
Si
no.
está ahí. Las mujeres se valoran.
Carajo.
Respeto. ¿Ves? Te dije.
Me cago en todo.
Todo lo que tú estás intentando, yo lo he intentado.
Pero veo que no me dices.
Porque igual el que tenga la experiencia es también importante.
O nos vamos para abajo. Otra vez esta ida también creo que la voy a cortar porque está larga.
No, sí, esa parte es bien cagada. Porque literalmente tienes que bajar y después subir una vez.
¡No!
Las mujeres se valoran, se respetan.
Me encanta el detalle de su tatuaje. Y que Escaramucho supuestamente también tiene uno.
¿Cuál?
¿Ves que la Shadow tiene un tatuaje en la nuca?
Ah, sí, él también tiene. ¿No lo has visto?
Sí, sí lo he visto, por eso te digo.
Es que no, es que no lo tienes tampoco.
Sí, pues. Ahí estaba el bebé del diablo.
El diablo, coño.
Acabamos de bajar.
No, tienes que ir a uno específico. Sigue la lucecita esa. Porque no hay otra manera de...
Ok, sí, esta parte está cagada, la voy a cortar.
No, sí, esa parte esa como que confunde mucho y tienes que ir justo por ese ascensor, si no, no te das cuenta.
Porque no tienen accesorios y experiencia.
Experiencia dorada.
Hasta que justo al
Ya.
final de disparar y a posa así.
Y ahora sí, esta parte sí continuamos. Ahí está el lugar donde tienes que encontrarte con él.
Uy, Liney.
Sí.
Huh?
Ya están Monosus. Van a ventear.
That look in your eyes. You found something?
Mentira, no.
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo, you have my full and undivided attention. Huh. I'd have never guessed that myself.
Espérate, no, me acabo de acordar que
The
tengo que
rumors
comer,
swirling
pinche
about
perro,
this
carajo.
place are
Grabar eso.
unreliable after all, and Master Child probably went missing because he found a way out.
¿Qué
He
fue?
is a harbinger after all.
Al
I
perro.
suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him
No,
credit for.
rata, ¿cómo dejas a tu perro?
Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out Master Child's exact whereabouts. Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
Sí. Tiene que ver con esa voz. ¿De acuerdas? Ah, cierto. Murió.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to
Volviste.
cast someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
De
Well,
que
when you put it that
todo
way,
puede estar
it's
relacionado a la
obvious that
desaparición de
only Fremine would be up to the
Pues lo
task.
que ya sabemos por dónde se fue.
Bingo! Is he around?
No, o sea, todavía no saben.
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later.
Bueno, en verdad, como que tienen un
No need
indicio,
to
porque han
thank
ido
me.
por un pipe.
This was always a part of our mission after all.
Esa que mencionaron
Honestly,
cuando...
I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eyes.
Collecting information has
No voy
always
a
been our
decir nada,
strong point.
pero con
Now,
eso digo
let me
todo.
think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace Master Child's original route.
Pero viene
And
también.
if he's to do that,
tiró la
he'll have
carga,
to
se
set out on the
fue.
next pipe cleaning day at
Sí,
the
Fremine
earliest.
también está ahí.
That's
Solo
6
que él no
days
se ha
from
mostrado
now.
todavía.
And after that, he'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to return.
Alechino
You
tendrá más
can even
chibolos bajo
estimate
su
how long
comando o
it'll take
solamente
for him to
ellos tres?
get back?
We've been working
Ah.
together for a long time.
Toda
We know
una casa,
Traveler.
pero
What
son los
say you to
principales.
meeting here 9 days? Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with. Though we can just sit
¿Dónde está
back and
Lynette?
wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the
Uh-oh.
investigation of the Forbidden Zone.
Sus.
Fremine's no master
Among
of
Us.
disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission. So, you are the only ones we can count
Para
on.
atrás trabajando para los fatú y cuando
What do you want us to do? Will it be hard?
Well, I won't call
Déjalo,
it
todo
easy
por
per se,
Feminet.
but I think you'll be able to pull it off. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and
Ah, no, sí, me
environments.
refería a Lynette.
You've mentioned several
No,
sketchy-looking
Monosus.
people always meeting at the infirmary earlier.
¿Qué?
Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary, but also there's no need to take risks.
No,
Don't forget, safety
no,
always
me
comes.
refería a lo
Oh,
otro, me
my
equivoco.
apologies. I just started rambling out of habit. It was almost as if I was talking to my younger sister.
But that's not a bad thing, right? All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish our...
Let's go our separate ways for now, then. Don't forget, we meet here again in 9 days. Stay safe.
Ahora tienes que saltar 9 días. No, mentira.
Ah,
Imagínate que te hicieran
ya.
hacer
Ah, ya,
eso.
pero
No.
skipan de uno, ok.
Ahora tienes que
Hey,
tienes que
stay here for
ventear.
now.
Sale por
Paimon
el otro
will
lado de la
take a
pared,
peek.
sé que esta tipa no serviría para esconderse.
Ahí está.
There seem to be several people inside.
Los que mencionaron que estaban ocultándose.
Right. I feel like
It's not impossible.
It's a bit hard to understand them from here. So, why don't...
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué se inhaló? No. Los que hacen gente van a hacer algo con eso. Yo te apuesto que van a hacer algo con eso.
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do. Freezing limbs, twitching fingers.
No,
and
se
pale
intoxicó.
complexion. Could it be poison? Let me take a look.
¿Ves para qué
Please,
comes
lie
de la
down
tía
over here.
veneno, mano?
Es que la salchipa para 2 soles, pues.
No, mano, esa huevada
Get you
tiene
to the bed
sida.
safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly.
Con esa mano.
Uy, cuidado,
You can
tenga
do it,
sus...
traveler. Don't apologize.
No seas
You're
sus...
sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
Cuidado donde toca.
I see now. My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger. That's our worst fear out of the
Solo
way.
nos puso la mano en la panza.
Oh, that's good. But
Algunos
I'll continue
doctores
my
también
diagnosis
tienen
of the patient now.
mal.
Please, relax
Sí,
and
pero
take a deep
así no se
breath.
diagnostica si estás en peligro de muerto, no, tienen que ver más cosas.
Ya, bueno, pero digamos que...
Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here?
Eso sí hacen.
And here? Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here.
La cagaste.
How strange.
Uh-oh.
Oh. I understand. So that's what it is. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all.
Literalmente, tío
Nothing too
Veneno.
serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomachache when it decides to act up.
Venom.
So that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious.
A cagar, no.
And there have been other inmates complaining about
Y
the
ahorita va a
food
estar.
recently. I'll inform our head chef, Mr. Woolsey, of this problem as
Cuidado,
soon as
aplica
possible. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take Miss Lorvine? I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Very well.
No. ¿Qué dices? ¿Sus o no
And she
sus?
hopped away, just like that.
¿Pero por qué? ¿A base de qué?
No, digo, Lumin es la más usa acá. Estos no sé.
Hello.
¿No le
So
ves
how
nada
are you
sus?
feeling now?
Ah, esta es con la que se me echó Mario.
Her stomach ache's really bad. She was stumbling about the whole way here, so Paimon's really worried.
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry. She's the best medic we've got down here.
¿Tú crees?
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got down here.
También.
Literalmente.
Sí.
Ah, well, that's true.
What do you mean, that's true? That's really misrepresenting the
Las
situation.
mujeres se valoran.
Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone imprisoned here is useless, you know? Though they may have committed crimes and
Tienes
gotten
que
locked
volverte el
up here as a
respeto.
result, they
Eres.
still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sijuin take care of the sick and injured.
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient?
Uy,
Aren't you a
uy.
patient too? Where did all your energy come from?
That's
Uy, no,
correct.
sus.
Uy, uy,
Sus.
sus.
Mongo.
Sus.
Sorry, I got a bit ahead of
Zelda,
myself.
sus.
Are you two also sick?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups and to pick up the medicines Miss Sijuin prescribes for us. That's
Tienes
just the
cáncer.
nature of chronic illnesses.
Sepa, y-
As for her, you could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijuin's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ago.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
La versión
Hey, don't
prima.
start arguing now. Please, keep it civil at least.
Sí.
No. Igual hay algo sus ahí.
Libros. Sus.
No, libro es normal.
Tubería sus. Caja sus. Eso sus.
Ahí está. Ven. Ven.
Mancha
Ven.
sus.
Hey,
Ahí está.
hey,
Por ahí
there's no
ventean.
need to fight. Everyone will be released someday, so there's no need to argue over silly things like this.
Pues sí.
Por ahí ventean.
But
Por ahí sale la mongos.
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that. And who the heck knows if we'd even be able to continue our previous lives?
Cuidado con los sus.
Ah, ahí
Puede
sale,
haber algo
ahí
ahí.
sale la mongos. Ahí sale la ahí está Tartaglia.
¡Vamos!
please allow me to end this boring
Madre, ya
and
perdimos
useless
todas las views con
conversation.
esto.
Oh, and Mr. Jurier, I
Igual
don't want
no
to see
vamos a
your
tener
face here
muchas views
again
que digamos.
anytime soon.
And same
Tal-
to you, Miss
Literalmente.
Lorvine.
Yo soy,
Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me.
literalmente yo
So
soy el
I'm
único
going to get out
comentario.
of this
Sí.
excessively noisy place. See you
Estamos
later,
comenzando,
everyone.
pues eso demora tiempo.
Dame like, pe, no seas
You
mal.
just slowly
te-
walked
te
off
fijo.
like that?
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
Ok.
You really can't stand him, huh?
Yo me pregunto por qué se visible. O sea, ya sé que tiene
I
algo
mean,
que ver
can you
uno con el otro,
blame me?
pero-
Look, who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is? I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Sijuin should be back soon, and I'm sure you'll feel better as soon as you've had some of her medicine. No.
I'm back. Did you rest like you promised?
No estaba echada, estaba sentada.
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Sijwin.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days worth of medicine for you. Take 1 pill now, and then continue your bed rest.
Ten cuidado, eso te lava la mente.
No, me van a poner 5G
Miss
en el
Levine,
cerebro.
I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking today?
Sí.
I remember. You said it should be yellow.
Okay.
Sus, están hablando en código.
Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please, make sure to go to bed early after taking them tonight. You'll benefit from a good night's sleep.
Sí,
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon, too.
See ya! I'm going to fill out your medical record now.
Mientras tú estás haciendo la historia, yo estoy reventando a Scaramouche con Scaramouche.
Double check a few details, if that's all right with you.
Es como yo reventando la show
Those two
con
made
show.
quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the traveler rest? Paimon can answer the questions instead. So her primary symptoms are abdominal pain, with secondary symptoms of nausea. Is there anything else? That's it. All right then. Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds? No, her base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure she'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please, make sure to stick to bland or less stimulating foods, and don't stay up too late at night. Got it. Paimon will hold the traveler to that for sure.
¿Por qué? Porque ¿qué pasa en la noche?
Oh, you're going to take a nap already?
¿Cómo que?
Okay then,
No,
you get some rest.
Deja la melusina en paz.
No, eso eres tú, a mí no me interesa la melusina, a mí me interesa el arconte.
No, a mí me interesa.
Tú te quedas la melusina y yo me quedo con el arconte.
No, perdón, me quedo con Nubilet.
Bueno, te quedas con el otro arconte.
Sí. No, en verdad no, es broma. No soy homo.
Pero por Nubilet.
Tal, no, 20 más.
No.
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left. Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world.
Esa es
Remember
la única
to take your
excepción.
meds
Lo demás
regularly.
ya
And
es un...
remember bland foods. Thank you, Miss Sijwin.
Aguanta. Tenemos que hacer acá 45 días. ¿Cuántos días vamos?
No importa el día.
Sí, sí importa. No sé cuándo me puedo ir de esta prisión. O sea, técnicamente me puedo ir por otro lado con un TP, pero... Que saber cuándo salimos acá y vemos a la mecha con la mechita.
O sea, en primera no vas a mechar con ella.
¿Cómo que no?
No, o sea, hasta el momento no es una persona que directamente quiera todo, solamente quiere ayudar.
Pyron, go take my grilled fish and put down the Adeptus Temptation now.
En resumen, no es, no, sus intenciones por el momento no son malas. O totalmente.
Are you sure we're not going off track with
O sea,
the
todavía
infirmary?
no. En el siguiente ya.
O sea, la historia todavía va a seguir, ¿verdad?
Sí. O sea, está bien larga esta de acá.
Me gusta así.
Sus.
Cuando hay mucho lore. No como en Inazuma, que no había ni una mierda.
No, sí hay lore.
Paimon, hear me out.
You really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on. We've got to give the info to Linny.
Ya es hora de comunicar al informante. De momento todo está yendo muy bien, ¿no crees?
Sí, es muy sus.
Puede ser. Pero también has estado, o sea, han estado bien tranquilos. O sea, no creo que hayan causado tanto problemas en general.
No, pues, estamos tranquilitos.
Entonces tampoco no es tan sus por el momento. Menos que literalmente ya la malogren feo. No, todavía no.
Let's go meet up with Vinny.
A ver, vamos con Lini, pues.
Oh,
Hmm?
Ya. Todos están en el lugar donde deberían estar, creo. Aunque todavía no aparece Freminet, eso es raro. Ah, no, pero
Did you two
está
run
yéndose
into any
a...
trouble over the past few
¿Se llama?
days?
no, we just worked our shifts according
Fue
to the
a-
schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary.
Nada sus.
We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago, and as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
Wait, why
Está
is she
bien.
getting involved as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, you've already done more than enough. Infiltrating
¿Ves?
a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person. Lynette also felt like you have already
Genial,
taken the
¿verdad?
first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Debería bullearla.
Perhaps that's true.
No sé
You are
qué
both
usa.
very good people, and we've come to
tampoco,
appreciate
yo la
that
tengo
more
ahí
than
tirada.
anyone else.
Yo la
You've
quiero usar,
mentioned
pero
before
no
that
sé
you've had some run-ins with the
Puedo ver un video
Fatui.
por ahí de qué usa.
I can understand that feeling. So I assume you're just helping us out of the kindness of your hearts?
Sí.
Well,
Bueno, por Lynette.
everyone could use some more friends. We'll
No,
be
quieres
counting on
a
you to help
Child.
us in the future too.
Bueno, también porque quiero ver qué chucha le pasó a Chal, pero estoy más acá por Lynette que otra cosa.
Since I see you as friends, then it's even more important for us to protect you from any peril. Fremine and Lynette feel the same way. Glad to hear it.
Pero déjame hablar con Lynette, cara.
Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went
Gracias.
well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Sí.
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sigewin
Si todo
always
va de
spends
acuerdo al
around
plan que
half
deberían
an hour
estar
away from
ahí.
the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her. Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Okay, then let's head over right away.
Ah, estaba en cooldown. ¿Por qué la habilidad sigue en cooldown con todo lo que hablábamos?
Porque se pausa, no se mueve el tiempo cuando pasa eso.
Lynette should be here right now.
¿Dónde está?
Huh.
¿Dónde está? Me cago en todo. Me mintió. Vamos a matar a Lynette.
Strange.
Oh.
Lynette?
As expected,
That's sus.
Sigewin isn't here, but why isn't
Mongo.
Lynette here?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know. Unless...
Se la
Let's see
llevaron
if there are any
también.
clues around here.
Carajo.
We can look while we wait for her. Who knows?
Lo siento.
Maybe she'll be back soon.
Okay,
Fueron demasiado sus.
Carajo. ¿Dónde está mi Lynette? Ya voy.
This is it. We saw it before.
wait.
Aunque puede
this
ser
thing?
que se haya ido a otro
It
lugar
doesn't
también,
look
¿no?
like it's been disguised that well. The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. There's probably a mechanism around here somewhere. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure. Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
¿Te lo estoy diciendo a ti o se lo estoy diciendo a sí mismo?
Creo que ambos. Vas a él, sí, a él más a sí mismo, creo.
That's sus.
No es sus,
None
está
of the beds
preocupado
have
por
any
su
signs
hermana,
of
eso no
having been
es sus.
slept in.
No,
Except
digo la
that one
cama.
over there.
That's the one
La cama
Lynette
está
must have
sus.
used, right? You
Oye, sí,
said she was
son unas
pretending to be sick.
camotas ahora que lo veo.
She would have said her
Para
migraine
el
was having
tamaño
a
de ellos, que
particularly
son
bad
chiquitos.
flare
Esa
up.
cama se me
Generally
vienen a mí,
speaking,
pero
the
ellos.
head nurse would then ask her
Sí,
to lie down and
es una
rest
king
while she left to retrieve the
Esa
medication.
es una queen size, ¿no? King es más grande.
Which means either the head nurse
una
didn't
queen
return
size.
the entire time from when
¿Y
Lynette
para
laid
cuándo
down up
God
until she
size?
left the bed,
Todo
or
el cuarto.
the nurse
No, sí hay,
intentionally left it
unos
this way.
huevadotas.
Bueno.
Estos son queen.
En resumen, no parece que haya habido nadie ahí.
There are some
Entonces
books.
todos los problemas sus.
These sure are some interesting books.
Ya, ahora eso.
Who
Yo
knew
tenga
Sweetling would
venganza
be
contra
interested
las
in
madres de
these kinds of
Scaramouche.
things?
Con
She
Scaramouche.
even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine? Or does she...
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
Sí, todavía no, nada sus por el momento, pero ¿por qué?
Solamente la ventilación.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper.
A slip of paper?
It's right over here. And there's a bunch written on it too. It reads,
Encontraron el
out of
cuerpo.
respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards.
This is...
Is that all?
¿Entendiste?
Alguien se murió.
No, o sea, alguien ya sabía de que estaban comunicando a través de las cartas.
That look on your face.
Significa que
Would you care to guess where
siempre
Miss Lynette
supuse
of
que
the
estaban
Fatui
haciendo
could
algo
be
ahí
right
adentro.
now?
No, capturaron a mi gata, carajo, tengo que salvar.
No. Could she have? Is she already?
Wriothesley. Did he deliberately
Ya la
leave the
encontró.
infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait.
Uy, Lina está enojado.
He was aware of our goals from the very
estoy enojado.
beginning?
Voy a chingar al lobo Yotaro.
We didn't run into any trouble last
No
time,
creas,
and he
en verdad
also
es
never
ultra
reached out
fuerte.
to us.
Yes.
Ya, pero
That is
no
a
es nivel
crucial
Rey Show.
question. Wriothesley. He doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story, though. I'd like to know that too. Why did he only go after her? Don't panic. Just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now.
Sí, es por eso, más que todo.
Por eso nos trató
Si
bonito,
no-
pues.
Sí, por eso no te sigue, porque sabe que estás investigando algo.
Para Nobilet.
Wait, you're right. Wait,
Pero este
but
sí,
that means
porque los Fatui está cagado.
the fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds. Could Wriothesley have let him go as well?
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
Es una trampa.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me. We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Sí,
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down.
Todo fue una
Don't be
trampa.
like this, Lenny.
Todos estaban sus.
Fremine wouldn't have
No,
left
tengo que
if we hadn't
salvar a
told you
Linnea.
about Child.
Nosotros no me importa,
That
quiero
was our
salvar a Linnea.
fault.
No,
Linnea está muerta.
I'm the leader
No
of this
me digas
operation, and
eso.
I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one
Solo
who
puedes
failed
salvar a
to protect
uno.
them.
A Linnea
I'll go talk to Wriothesley.
te va a hacer mierda.
No,
Hey, don't be reckless.
ya se murió.
Traveler,
pues.
please
Entonces,
talk
puedes
some
salvarla.
sense into him.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go.
Como que
I'll
otra
find a way
vez.
to get them back.
¿Qué
¿No
pasó?
recuerdas que hubo todo un problema con unos
Smashed out the door.
Ah,
nobles?
siento que le iban a vender y le iban a hacer un... Ay, no, la melusina, carajo, ya la cagamos. Ay, no, nos va a comer.
I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so?
Ya sabían que era sus.
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably... Someone! Please help! She...
Whoa, are you okay?
Sabía, pero...
As expected.
Desde un principio ya sabían que estabas afuera.
Oh, they are quite shy.
Bueno, es que es una melusina, pues se ve chivola, pues seguro esta mierda tiene 500.000 años
I
como
like
Millet.
smart people, but I
Sí.
also like playing dumb. I like the
¿Ves?
feeling of being trusted.
¿Ves?
What's wrong, little one?
Es una
There's no need to
psicópata.
panic. Take a
Oh,
deep
pinche
breath before you begin.
melusina, huevona.
Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill.
Melusina
¿Ves?
culera. Yo sabía que eras muy conchuda. pero
It's no
resulta-
use. We have to catch up
Este
to
maricón
him.
no dice nada. Oye, desapareció Linet, qué chucha.
He's already out of sight. How is he so fast?
Sí.
Let's go head him off at Risley's office.
Mientras Linet usa el ascensor, nosotros vamos volando. Te
Tú
apuesto que ya
tírate.
llegó. Te apuesto que ya llegó ya. Uy, cinemática. Ah, no.
No todavía, cinemática después.
me, Risley!
Oh.
Uy.
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
¿Quién gana? ¿Risley o
What
Linet?
did you do to my sister?
Bueno,
I
Risley
ran into
tiene-
the young
tiene-
miss at the
tiene más
infirmary.
cicatrices de patas
I'd
en
heard
el
that she
tipo
was
por esta
suffering from
pelea.
quite the
Te-
migraine, so
te
I
diré
decided
que
to invite
ninguno
her
de
over
los
for a
dos.
cup of tea.
¿No, no, no
I
pelear?
do have some teas in my collection that can
No,
work
te diré
wonders
que...
against
No,
such
no, o sea,
illness.
Stop
sí y
joking
no.
around.
Te diré eso.
Cada
Where
uno
did
es
you take
counter
my
del otro, pues,
siblings?
porque uno es Pyro, el otro es...
I have also
pero ambos tienen
heard
ataques
that
a
your
distancia, ambos
performances
tienen,
are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn
Lo está
your head.
jodiendo.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
Uy.
There was no need to do so. The fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your
Cierto.
colleagues.
You removed our original
Sí,
members
todo
and
esto
spread
fue
the
un plan
news of
para
Child's
saber
escape
quiénes
so
eran
Father
infiltrados
would
y quiénes
assign
no.
our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not.
Oh.
¡Lo delataste, huevón!
What do you really want?
¿Lo delatas?
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here,
Sí,
so I'll only
lo
need to say
acaba de
this
delatar.
once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me. Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea.
O sea, le están haciendo mierda. No.
Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So, where do you think he may be right now?
Wait,
¿Dónde crees?
you can't mean
¿En el
you
agua?
locked him outside in the sea?
Ah,
I closed the
Ahogándose.
fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
No, we're still here, so he'd definitely try to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides,
Uy.
I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Sí.
Some of my
Bueno, es
folks
su
just
trabajo.
happen to hear a thing or two, that's all.
Nadie confía en los
In any
fantásticos.
case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremenet is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea
Arrestar al
with me.
lechino acá mismo. No
You
vas.
want to see Father?
No, quiere averiguar
But
qué
why should she
trama.
bother giving you an audience?
Well,
No es un poco
if
obvio
she
ya en
cares
este
for the
punto con tantas
well-being of her
noticias
dearest
choradas.
children, she should have plenty of
Ah, no es cierto,
motivation
nadie
to
sabe
join
de
me
eso.
for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds
Nadie sabe
between the
dónde está la
members of the
gnosis.
House
No,
of
no,
the
o sea,
Hearth
nadie
are
sabe
like the
tampoco. Han
bonds of
estado
family.
choradas ya las otras gnosis.
I don't see why she would refuse.
Why
No.
did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here.
Mm.
That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Furina have already received many
Monsieur
samples
Neuvillette.
as gifts.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father?
Este pata de
No
dositos
matter
de
how much
IQ, o sea,
pressure you may
vamos.
put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
You people really are
Creo que es un
difficult
poco
to get
tarde
along
para
with.
eso.
All
Sí,
I'm
es un
asking
poco
for
tarde
is a
para esa
face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse,
¿Qué va a hacer? Bueno, es que Fremilla ya se va a morir. Y, puta madre.
instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning,
Es cierto.
the Fatui has been
Él
actively
no es el malo
infiltrating
acá.
my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fremenet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
6, 5,
Ay, no, carajo.
Wait,
2, 1. Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Linney.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Me va a chingar a Fermina. Pero déjame salvar a Linet.
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Linny, can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws. Then how about this?
Ahora,
Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you
es
tell
hora
me a thing
de
or two
utilizar
about
toda
what
la
you
información
found?
que tienes.
I'll ask you 3 questions.
Y lo
todo el chisme.
Answer all of them correctly,
Y lo que
and
te
I'll
dije
agree to your
también.
request.
A ver.
Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
Yo ya te la dije.
Dímelo otra vez, pues. Qué
No.
bonito, carajo. A ver, pues, acá te la dicen. Sí.
Ya, pero ¿por qué aparecía eso?
Ok. If you already have areas production, you will firm it. ¿Esto qué es?
Mira,
no me
mira,
dice el
mira la,
nombre.
The Fanta promoter has
mira,
been
mira la pregunta de
struggling
arriba.
because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke
No, la
believes
pregunta de
that
abajo.
only idiots who don't understand the value of... We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at...
Esta.
¿Vas bien?
Pero no me dicen los nombres.
According to Collins, the
¿Ese?
No, o sea, tiene que ser
research
las...
note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of
Esta.
that,
No, no tiene nada que ver.
Sí.
Fanta's internal
No, esta no,
reports...
No, otra.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch.
¿Esa? Puede ser esta,
No, creo que sí, esa es.
The Fanta promoter has been struggling.
No, esta no es. A ver.
Ya, y la última es la de los Melusines, esa.
According to
No.
Collins, the pancreas...
No, esa no es la de ahí.
said that the
Esta
Melusine...
creo que es. Sí, perfecto.
Vamos.
Literal, a la primera grande.
Ah, so that's what's going on. Paimon understands it
Yeah.
now. Who would have guessed?
Mira, Paimon, mira. Continúa,
The
continúa.
hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row,
Me
and
encanta.
if they do, they'll
Perdón
get
con mi voz.
strange meat in their welfare meal.
Me encanta cuando
At
estamos
first, we
pasando.
thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared, but in reality, they were all prepared by Sijuin, the head nurse. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her
Sí.
sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sijuin visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina boost. Sijuin has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does. However, unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and
Me
their
encanta que Paimon pueda
sense
ver
of
cosas así
aesthetics
súper
is
intelectuales y
even
me
more
pasa como
alien
pendejo.
to us. The recipients of her lovingly prepared
El
special
bigote.
meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out. Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijuin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. All right, now for my next question.
Siguiente.
There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both
Esta sí me la
sides of
sé
the
por la
fight.
punta.
Why is that?
Es la más estúpida, pero me encanta.
Sí, a mí también. Sí, por la punta. ¿Ves?
Ya, lea la pregunta
Fanta's
arriba.
internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an... The Fanta promoter has been struggling...
Esta.
Ya.
Fanta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed
Exactamente.
and unpacked...
Why do only those who buy the ticket support both fighters?
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fanta
Literalmente
company
eso.
sponsored...
Ya está. ¿Qué?
Ah, no, era al revés.
Ah, ok.
According to Collins, the...
Ya acabó
The
esto.
Fanta promoter has been...
Ay, eso
Decir al revés.
ahí sí, que está la mierda, como que no.
Ah, Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be afraid of. That hidden rule of the Pancration Ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange, blood-colored liquid. People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer.
Pero,
But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fanta trial product. A
es la
blood
Fonta
red
esa.
drink. It's no
Literal.
wonder even Fanta's own
encanta la misma
staff were
historia.
questioning the company's decision-making. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a
Este pata
smaller
quiero
scale
sacarlo
to
también,
see
pero
how
es
it might be
Furina,
received by customers. fortress
¿vienen
of
los dos?
Millipede and
No,
offered
viene
to
antes de
sponsor
Furina.
the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product.
No,
Voy a
¿qué
tirar
viene
eso
después?
por él. Estoy
Completely
en el tiro
refused to
70.
even
Si me
entertain
sale
the idea. The Duke, knowing
quién
how
viene
valuable
después?
coupons are in the fortress,
Furina.
knew that only total idiots who didn't
Después de
understand their
Nubilet
true
viene él y
value would
después de él
bother
viene
buying a
Furina.
Fanta product here.
Ya tengo tiempo para
And
Furina.
so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks.
I acknowledge
Literalmente.
the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light. Although, based on your description, that Fanta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company.
No, la
Yeah,
fonta.
And here's the final question. What's the
Aunque también-
secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Esta sí nos cagó.
Es que en verdad no sabes.
Stop your cruel and pointless games right
Ahora
now.
sí se viene.
You know that we
¿Preparado?
haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can
¿Quién era el que
answer
iba
the
a
last
ganar?
question.
¿Entre él
The thought of
o
sparing Lynette and
Bridesly?
Fremine never even...
Linnea o el
You'll pay for
Bridesly? ¿Quién
this!
crees?
Dime animación.
Ah!
No!
Are you alright?
No, ni les dejaron mechar.
Oh, close one. I owe you, Siegeween. That was a fantastic shot.
It was nothing, Your Grace.
Melusina culera.
Siegeween?
Quiero verlos
Though this
mechar.
gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
¡Ah, amigo!
Wayne,
Este es 200 IQ también.
you...
Not at all. I am merely a resident of
La
the
respuesta
fortress,
es
and thus
ninguno de los dos
protecting it
gana
is my duty.
Siegeween.
When Monsieur
Gracias.
Nervulet asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties. But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us? But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulet told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right
Cierto, si
now.
todos se mechaban se iban a
His
sacar la
Grace
mierda.
knows it too, right? Your
Yeah.
Grace? Mind proving my
Eso es.
innocence to them?
O sea, Linny
My dear
con...
Siegeween, whatever
Viene
shall
con-
I do
con
with you?
Bradley se van a sacar
Would it
la
have
mierda.
killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you. What are you talking about? What time?
Take me if you want. But let them go.
How touching. Can you just
le
give me one
importa.
more minute?
No le importa
Don't be
nada.
like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now.
Oh.
I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Siegeween,
¿Quién crees que
I
llega?
leave Miss Lynette in your care.
You...
¿Quién crees que
What
llega?
are you doing?
¿Habla chino?
I believe I hear footsteps.
Arlechino y Nubilet.
¿Cómo que no, Violet? ¡Florinde!
Some
No,
space, please.
mentira.
Ah, Miss Clarand.
Mira quién está en el piso.
Florinde ahí.
Fremine.
No.
Ah,
Fremine.
Está muerto.
Oye, no, se supone que le tiraron un tranquilizador a este
What's
pata
Florinde
como
doing
si
here?
vivo. Lo despierto.
Work.
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like...
¿Qué pasa? A ver. ¿Qué pasó?
A flushed
¿Qué pasó?
face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed
No, se va a volver
primordial
agua.
seawater.
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremine a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
I'll talk to
se va a volver
Clarand
agua
while you get
femenina.
Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
No diré nada.
Concha su madre. Bueno, hasta acá se queda el video, chicos. Espero les haya gustado la parte 1 de esto. Lo veremos en otro carajo.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Bueno, veremos
Bueno.
esto.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Siegeween may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linney again. How's the situation out there?
Alright.
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
Bueno, hasta ahí.
Hasta acá queda el video. Oye, ¿cuándo va a salir Clorín? Quiero saber. Saltaza. Bien, salta.
Solo te digo que en la siguiente parte ya se descubrirá todo lo que el secreto verdadero atrás de todo. Antes de hacerlo, ¿qué crees que es lo que esconde la fortaleza?
La gnosis.
¿Eso es lo que crees?
Sí. Pero mírala, qué bonita que está Clorín, carajo.
Bueno, la próxima lo descubriremos.
Lo descubriremos en la próxima. Seguimos el video después. Voy a subir primero la parte 2 del capítulo 3 y nos vemos.
Ya está bien.
Ahí nos vimos, gente. Chaufa.